Apparently.
That's the only bike that I won't let it happen because it's a bike.
He's a wannabe.
Stop it.
Posting that
I'm
shit
just
on Birdie is fucking wild.
Asking you to handle it as many times as I did is also
It is
wild.
fucking wild. So again, right? You act like you haven't done nothing before, that you don't know how to, when you have an issue with something, to do what you need to do.
I tried to do it that way, and here we are, still being bothered about the
It
situation.
isn't, because this is something completely different. This has not that right
No,
there
because you would have
was-
never felt like he disrespected you if shit would have been handled off rip. The fact
No,
that it was
because
allowed
I
to happen
came
as many
here-
times as it did was a problem, LB.
We're gonna see things totally different 1,000 times, because the thing is right, is on a, and we both know, right, because you have,
I
this isn't our
promise
first
you,
rodeo,
if any of my
that-
members talk to your girl the way we've been talked to,
of course,
we wouldn't be
then it
having a
would be handled.
conversation.
But the difference is I would have popped and not done it, or done it a certain way, right?
Mm.
That situation, if you felt it needed to go to a certain level, then
But I
it
did, and
would've
here we
gone
are
there,
still
and
dealing
me-
with it.
Yeah.
And me, once that was handled, because you know, and I know how it was handled, I left it alone. That's
I
done.
don't know how
That's
it's
nothing.
handled.
If
Did you forget they don't tell you fuck all? The only thing I know is that while it was being, I was told it was being handled, you're pulling up, trying to have a conversation with me about something that I don't really feel like is at the point of having a
Because-
conversation anymore. Like, we're well past
Because
that point,
again,
LB.
Right, that's something that if it has to do with my people, I'm not involved in. I'm not allowed to be involved.
No, that's 100% your people. You should be handling it before it escalates to that point. The minute he was being disrespectful and talking to me out of pocket in your gun shop, it
And
should have
he
been
got-
dead and done.
He got pulled to the side, and but at the same time, right? And we both, you know, the security cameras in the business can confirm that both y'all was having a back and forth exchange. So
There
at
would have
that
been no
moment
back
in
and forth
time-
exchange if he would have told me listen, LB, what started it, and you were at the bench crafting when it happened. He literally told me he liked my hair color and it would look real good being pulled from the back. That's what started all of this.
Okay, then, but I wasn't there for that. And if you feel like something was crazy said, then you know what to do with it, right? When
It did.
that back
I
and
did do
forth-
that though.
Okay, but then when that back and forth at that time that I was there for was situated, he got pulled to the side by me and talked to, right?
And then the minute you weren't around to babysit him, it started up again.
Okay.
We were at a
And
drop. What was
again-
the purpose of doing the shit that he did? What was the purpose of calling me out a name? Why?
Because the same reason that anybody else in this city says dumb shit, the same people that the same fucking.
But we
people you
didn't
just
say
took a
fuck all
picture
to
with,
him. We didn't say
I've-
fuck all
I've
to him.
had
We didn't
to-
do shit to him. We didn't fucking disrespect him in any
Again.
way, shape, or form. So why was
Again,
it provoked
that's
to be
just
so
how-
fucking aggressive?
That's how some people are. No matter, there's certain ones that no matter how many
Then
times I fucking yell at
That's
them,
your
they
crew.
just don't
That's a
listen.
you thing. That's not a me thing. That's a you
It's
thing
not
at
a
that
me
point.
thing. It's not a me. Just like the people that you just stood up with and boo-hoo to, the aces.
I didn't
are the
boo-hoo
same
shit to
ones
him.
that I've had, either way, that I've had multiple conversations with about the way that they speak to females. So some people just don't never fucking learn. There's no here nor there on it.
So you have a
Right,
problem
so
with them
aside from
so
that-
wait, you have a problem with the way they talk to females, but not the way your people talk to females. Crazy.
Because I can address when it's somebody else after I speak to you, when you don't handle it the fucking way you should, then there's different constraints on the way.
LB,
situations
I've
be
given you
handled.
plenty of
Hold on,
chances to
Mia.
handle it. Like
Hold on, Mia.
I'm done having the ring around conversation about it.
It's not.
LB?
It's out of my hands to be handled now. So
LB, a
that's what I'm
friend.
trying to get at. Is at the end of the day, you're beating a horse on a situation that is out of my fucking hands.
You're the one that came to
situation-
me starting shit. What am
No,
I
no, no,
beating?
no, no.
You were the one
I
posted on
came-
Birdie looking for me. You're the one that fucking held Emmy. No,
Because
LB,
of
because you're the
why?
one carrying it on. This shit should be dead and over with. Because the only reason why the beef started with to begin with was because your people were super fucking disrespectful and out of pocket to only our fucking women.
So if you have a problem with them, roll them. Roll them. I don't understand why y'all affect.
Because I'm not going to roll somebody for sexual harassment. I'm not gonna force my females to go through that.
It's not fucking
Okay,
over that. It's
where's
not.
the zero tolerance of fucking sexual harassment that everybody keeps
You
boasting
screaming sexual harassment? So send that. I can't.
I
do
did
this
send
any other way
it.
than
I did
go.
send
So-
it.
So send it. That has
We both
nothing to
did.
do with this, because whatever you sent it's fucking over with.
LB,
That was
you would have
dead,
never
that
been
was-
here
I have not, no, I
to
would've,
begin
I
with.
would've,
If this shit would
because
have...
there was
Really?
an issue at a drop where my guys were said that they were tackled and everything else.
They got
told me about
tackled
it.
one time because we were outnumbered, and they proceeded to spit on my body,
Okay.
teabag my
Use
face, and then
guns
shoot my
at a
car.
drop.
Whatever happens outside of here is outside of here. I know nothing about it.
Okay, well,
I
I'm
came
telling
to
you what happened at that drop.
I understand that.
And I
right?
told you
Because
that
that's-
day what happened at that drop, and you proceeded to get mad at
and
my
that's why I
people for
came
being
here.
frustrated about the situation.
So be frustrated, but this is what we're here for. This is pasta. Hey, y'all
No,
did some
it's
shit
not
to us at a
pasta.
It's
job,
not
y'all
pasta,
did
it's
some shit to us-
harassment. It's sexual
that
fucking
shit that
harassment.
happened at
to
the
y'all
drop
because
was
y'all want to
based-
scream shit the gun store shit and the spitting on whatever is you send it up and it's done with.
So then you should have never been here having a conversation about it, because that's the only thing that happened.
If not, I'm gonna kill him.
Aside from that, right? This is why none of them are here now, because this is
Stay back
absurd.
there. Stay back there.
So anything that happened to the term that you're saying is sexual harassment, I want nothing to do with that. That is
Okay, then there's
between
nothing
you
to talk
and
about, because that
Jesus
was
and
the
everything
entire
else.
drop. That was the
I
entire
am
drop.
here for the purpose of spitting on you or tackling. That has nothing to do with sexual harassment, right? But this is an issue that's happened between both of us, that there is a lot of tension, right? So to
Spitting on me and
alleviate
calling
said
me a
tension,
bitch wasn't
again,
furthering that
After
sexual
they were told
harassment?
that they weren't supposed to be in drops too. At one point, they were told that, and they were still at
that-
drops.
Again, this is all stuff that they're not doing anything that they're not allowed to do. Everything is
Really? Because I have word from up above that they're not supposed to be doing drops at all.
Well, then obviously
Or
the
having
word is
contact
the
with
truth,
women,
as I
or
have.
with us,
Hold on.
or
Pause,
female
please. Pause, please. LB, what is the one thing I asked when you guys had me and Sandy? What is the one thing I asked?
Yeah, and he was told to shut up.
And he didn't. I wanted him nowhere near me.
And
If
he
you
was told
had
multiple
any-
times, trust me, he was not saying
women. She was
anything.
shaking the entire time,
was-
LB.
Like,
That's how bad
Honestly,
it is.
I wanted him nowhere near me, dude. And if you had any respect for me at all, you had plenty of people there. You could have told him to go sit in the car. That is the only thing I wanted. I was compliant. I was cooperating with you guys. I was doing what you wanted. All I wanted was him to be I don't even want to look at the dude, LB. Like, he triggered something in me that I have not had to deal with in a long fucking time, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was not okay. I want to be nowhere near him. That's why I've left you guys alone. Not because of whatever this beef is. I don't want to associate with you or your gang solely because of Mo. Trust me, I went straight to the head man himself and said this man needs to go. And I got told it was dealt with. And I'm like, why is he still here then?
Why are we
Like,
still
it's
having
not-
to have beef with you over if the fact of the matter is if what he did would have never fucking happened, there would have never been any beef to begin with. There would have been nothing for us to be sitting here arguing about. That's the point that I'm
Well,
trying to get
like
across
But
to you.
over a drop, just like the other day, I had one of them come and say something to AK, right? From some, and I didn't go and da 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 this and da da that. No, I came to him. I said, look, I pulled him to the side. Hey, look, that shit's uncalled for, and then we beefed it out. Like that's.
I'm
the
done
whole
beefing it out with
purpose
your
of it.
people, LB.
So, but that's everybody. What do y'all want to do? Just sit back about everything?
What do you
Like, I
mean
can't
sit
beef
back with
y'all over
everything?
a drop that
I don't
y'all
wanna
had an
beef
issue
with
we
you.
had an issue with.
I don't want to beef with you.
So who?
Because you don't control your people. You don't do fuck all about it. You let them do whatever the fuck they want.
But you say that, but at the same time, when I came to have a civil conversation here, one of your guys popped.
A man
Right?
was
It's
pissed
not.
because you were
Okay, so
defending
that's the same
somebody that
concept.
sexually harassed
I'm
a
not defending
female.
Shit. I came here the same way I came to you 1,000 other times to have a conversation, right?
At that point, we're well past the conversation, LB. That's what you're missing. The fact that we've had the conversation about the sexual harassment at your gun store, that should be dead, done over with. Handle it.
That's again, you're bringing up the thing that happened at the good. That's beyond me now. When you
No,
did it the
there's
way
other
you did it,
cases
that
of
has
sexual
nothing to do with
harassment.
me.
They did it at the fucking beach to fucking heaven, too. That's why Nipsey's pissed.
To what?
They pulled up to heaven and were doing the same fucking shit to her. That's what he was trying to tell you. And you kept telling him that's here nor there. No, that's not here nor there. That's exactly
Because
why
that-
we're
because
beefing to begin
anything
with.
That happened here that went up.
That didn't go
what
up.
we're
He was
told
trying to have a
in the
man-to-man
situation.
conversation with you. That's a completely different situation. He was trying to man-to-man have a conversation with you. These are your people. These are the people that you have in your gang representing you. They have no respect for women whatsoever.
they get told again, right? Just there's, as you well know, there are plenty of people that you just, no matter what you say, what you do, that's just them. That's just how they are. That's
LB,
so
And
when
why
it
keep
comes to
them in your
that,
company?
I can only tell,
Pause.
I can only say
The
so
pause.
so much for so long.
The old.
When
That's
you
what I'm
set it
saying,
up,
Kim.
Hold
then
on.
that's that. That's
Hold on. Respectfully, LB, the old LB would have bled their asses out for this shit. The old LB wouldn't have stood for the repetitive, like, harassment of women that these two go through. And I
LB
can't
wouldn't
even say
have
these
fucking
two,
stood
'cause
for the
Bo hasn't said
repetitive
shit.
lack of fucking
No,
listening.
well, because a lot of them do listen when I say shit. I have one
But
that has
those
a
two
It needs to
don't.
be
fucking
all of
hothead.
them.
But at the same
Okay,
time,
so-
right? And with that was debated upon the higher ups. But if I can't, and I'm gonna be 100% honest, right? And I understand the situation you was in and you was heated at the time, but it's hard for me to sit there when I'm DMing him and telling him shut the fuck up, and you're still going back and forth with him. Again, I understand you were mad. I would have been the same. I would have been the same way. But he doesn't shut up. When I finally get him outside and I get him pulled away and everything
Oh,
else.
LB, your
I
people
can
were
calm
not
him
as
down.
innocent as you think they were. I have
what,
I
like
have
gun
security cam. Yeah, I have security cam of that shit. They were actually pulling knives. They were actually talking shit to my people. I know you guys said you went out there and talked to them. They were bold-faced lying to you. I have multiple POVs on that situation where they were talking all sorts of shit about me and my people. Your dude got bumped into walking in and had a knife and fucking provoked my guy going, oh, you're big and bad. It was, listen, it was a triggered effect because of fucking desync, because of walking past each other. Like, he didn't shove him on purpose. Like, my people aren't out here looking for stupid-ass fucking fights for dumb, petty shit. But there is a line.
This shit is BCB at this point. It's your crew, brother. Your
But at
crew's
the
the only
end
one
of the day,
escalating this shit
right,
for
it's-
nothing. There's no pasta behind any of this. Like,
We're
oh,
telling
whoa,
you,
some
our
guy
women are
got
not going to
tackled.
pasta this out at all, because I'm not going to make my people go around men that don't respect women and disrespect them to that degree and make them feel as Emmy did. When my people feel the need to fly out because they are so uncomfortable and worked up from an interaction with your fucking people, I'm not going to force my people to go through that. We've had plenty of good Rasta with people in city. We have a lot of ongoing shit going right now. But what I'm not going to do is sit here and tolerate the excuses that are being thrown out for this shit. Because that's all it is at this point, is excuses.
It sent me into a panic attack, LB. I had to fly out because, like I said, it triggered a memory I never wanted to open again. Because I told Mo quite a few times no, and sure, I was laughing, but it was an awkward laugh. I wanted him to stop. And his idea of stopping was sliding a condom into my pocket. And you even acknowledged that he did that because you knew what he did and said, we'll use that later. Like,
the minute a woman says, I'm married, no thank you, I'm not interested, or anything on those lines, that should be the end of that conversation. Because at that point, that's not pasta. That's just flat out fucking disrespect and harassment.
And then us taking it up there resulted in what happened at the drop.
We were told the RP to find out on it. That's exactly what we were told the first time. We were told the RP to find out. So we RP'd to find out, and then they did what they did at the drop. We didn't, I'm telling you, LB, it was me and Walker. We were outnumbered. We tackled one so that we could handle the other ones and have the numbers match. And they lost their fucking shit over being tackled one time.
Spit on her body, teabagged her face.
Calling her a bitch, calling her a whore over and over again, spitting on our bodies, then getting pissed, getting in their car, ramming the shit out of my car.
They still got the drop, mind
it.
you, they still got the drop at this point. They're still standing, and then they proceeded to ram the car over and over again, shoot the fuck out of the car, and then come back, spit on us some more, and then leave.
Because if that's okay, then I'm gonna just go out and do that shit and be like, LB think that's fine. And I'll be like, well, LB is not correcting his guys. So then it's fucking great. I can do that shit too. Didn't know I could have fun like that.
And then because of what happened at the drop, y'all came up here.
Yeah.
Like, this all stemmed from Mo not having an ounce of respect in his body for women.
Like, that shit goes past, the lack of respect for women goes outside of pasta at that point. That's not a character thing, that's like a him thing.
And, like, don't get me wrong, LB, you know I know you, and you know I know Maddox and Koa. This ain't shit any of you three would have stood for months ago.
By the way, isn't that all like that whole sexual harassment shit? Isn't that against, you know, biblical shit? Isn't it?
Zero tolerance for it.
Zero tolerance.
Yeah,
Calling
but when
women
God
bitches, hoes, all sorts
But
of
when
shit.
God himself is allowing them to stay in city, and there's other punishments that we're not made aware of because we're not allowed to be there, LB's hands are tied there.
But it's what we're asking for is for it to be handled before it has to go up. That's somebody that's a part of LB's faction, so therefore LB's enabling it by allowing it to continue to happen. Because I'm telling you right now, if any of y'all would have disrespected anybody, male or female, in that way, y'all would have been bled the fuck out. I don't put up with it. I don't care if we're hurting and y'all are our last member to make us have to get disbanded. I'm not doing it. I've bled people out for far fucking less, and I'm not gonna do it now. But I think at this point we're wasting our time talking because I don't even think he's here listening.
No, we're wasting our breath.
That's a perfect example right there.
No, he's here. LB, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
No, he's not paying attention. It's all good.
He just moved, so.
Alright, so...
Yeah, I'm good.
No, we can't hear you.
Hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, we were.
Okay, I was talking apparently. Oh, enabling is crazy. As far as him, he did what he did. He was dealt with.
Obviously
above me.
not.
That's why all of, again, the
When she asked for him to not be around her and he piped off his mouth the way he did, obviously it wasn't dealt with or handled.
he was told, all he said was, I'm gonna be here, I'm not gonna say nothing. After that, he talked.
He said it
but
that
not
nice?
direct-
He said it that way? Really, LB? You're gonna sit here and bullface lie to me and act like he really said it like that?
Yeah, he said, I'm not gonna talk. He put his hands up.
He said
He
you're not
puffed his
gonna,
fucking chest
and said you're not gonna tell me where I can and cannot be. Really, LB? We're doing this?
Oh, I just think we're picking at everything. I understand you're irritated about it. But
Nah,
trust
I'm
me, he's not.
1000% allowed to ask for that person to not be around me with the way he made me feel. Emmy is 1000% allowed to ask for him not to be around her because he flat out sexually fucking harassed women. Women are allowed to ask for someone to not be around them and exposed to that shit. And you as a leader should have handled it and told him to go sit the fuck down. Just as I was handling Nipsey before you chose to take matters in your own hands and instead allowing me to handle my faction as I see fit.
Because at the end of the day, this is city, right? Again, anything
Yep,
that
this
you
is city,
wanna
so handle
say,
your fucking
say.
people.
And that's it.
It's city, handle your fucking people. You want it to be that way, there it is. Handle your fucking people. Keep them the fuck away from me.
We're beating a dead horse now.
Hello?
What's going on? What's going on?
What's up?
I think all what we from
am I speaking with me?
You are.
So remember how you gave me like a dab pin and you showed me sparks and you gave me like, you know what I'm saying, the stone like quest?
Mm-hmm.
So I quite can't see the picture.